Hello everybody, welcome to this OneDrive session. So on this OneDrive session, we will see only the admin part, okay? A lot of people ask me, can you show me how to use OneDrive? I will do another training on OneDrive, but for the meantime, we're going to discover the OneDrive from the admin part. So what is OneDrive? OneDrive provides you a way to store on the cloud storage of Azure all your data. It can be everything. And of course, you will be able to share this data with other people inside your organization or outside your organization. Of course, to be able to share something outside, the global admin must grant you this feature. Otherwise, you cannot do it. After that, you can install OneDrive directly on your desktop, or you can choose it from your store, from your Apple Store or your Play Store, Android or iOS, or you can access it just through a URL on the web. After that, you will be able, of course, to share your document with people using Teams, SharePoint, of course. Be aware that when you share, when you use OneDrive, all the documents are saved on a SharePoint, of course, site. So OneDrive, when you access OneDrive, so for example, if I go here and I access my OneDrive, I can access my OneDrive from my device here. I just have to double click here and they are directly inside my Explorer. So this is very nice. Or of course, I can access OneDrive directly from a URL. Like you can see, it's a SharePoint site with personal and my name here. So all is in SharePoint. And here you can see all your data here, and you can of course go on one of your file and here do open, preview, share, copy link, manage and access, download, delete, move to, copy to, flow, version history, and details. A lot of things here. But like I told you, we'll not cover this aspect. This one, I will cover it in a special end user training for OneDrive. So let's see all the admin feature of OneDrive. The first one is e-discovery. With e-discovery, you can really access and discover what your user did with OneDrive. To go to access and discovery, you go in security compliance admin center and you will have all down e-discovery. When you go in e-discovery, you can create a case. A case is like if you say, okay, we have an issue. We don't know who has accessed this file, or want to know all the user who created something or maybe shared something with somebody outside my company. I need to open a case. It's like if I am working for the police, FBI or CIA, I open a case here. So I can go here, create a new case, or open a case here. Okay, so for example, if I open this case here, you will see that in this case, I can go on search and I can do a new search. So for example, I can do a new search and type keyboard here. How to use keyboard? So for example, you are interested to have, let's say, all the message, the mail, of course, with a special attachment. So you must type here inside this keyboard here. You type, for example, attached name and the name of a document. You can also search for some. Okay, just imagine that. Oh, somebody put a copy of BCC, but I want to know, for example, if somebody put a copy to a special user inside my company. Okay, or you can go in folder ID, or you can do from, has attachment, important, is read or not, and you can do a lot of things here. This is really amazing. Document link, detect language, created by, file name, for example, last modified time. So it's incredible all what you can do. But it's not only with OneDrive, it's with everything. After we have the DLP. DLP is very important because DLP is the data loss prevention. To access the DLP, it's very simple. Okay, if you go again in here in security and compliance, you have data loss prevention, and you can create policy. For example, okay, let's for example create a policy. In a policy here, you can, for example, say, okay, I have some template here. For example, I am in a financial company, a bank, and I work in France. So for that, each time he found, for example, information about credit card, account information, and debit card number, he will apply a DLP setting. Wow, fantastic. And you can choose a country. So for example, United States of America, you can have information about financial, Federal Trade Commission, and also Gramm-Leach-Bliley Act, GLBA. Or I am in the medical here. So for example, medical terms, see? Or privacy, or custom if I want. So let's say financial for United States of America. I do next. Oh, sorry what I did. Here. Yes, I complete all the file here. So, okay, financial, medical. What did I do here? Next. Okay, let's just close it and do it again. Create a policy. Sorry about that. So I am interested in financial. Oh yeah, I say for let's say for UK, US here. I do next. Okay, that's it. And here the name of my rule. Do next. And I can say where do I want to protect my for what? For example, for Exchange, for Teams, chat, for channel message, OneDrive. Or I can say, okay, I need it only, for example, for OneDrive. So I just do that, that, and that. For example, normally you put it for everywhere. And here you can see the customized type of content you want to protect here. Here is credit card, US bank account number, ABI root number here, and detect when this content is shared with people outside my organization or only with people inside. Of course, I am interested more with outside. I can use advanced setting. I do next. And here is that what do you want to do if we detect sensitive information? Notify user when content match these policies. So show policy tips to user and send them an email notification. Okay, and you can customize the type of email. Okay, so notify the person, add or customize the email text. Warning: this information is protected. And also the policy tip text, so saying okay, you mustn't do that. It's very important. Detect when a specific amount of sensitive data is being shared at one time. Here, for example, instance, and you can really, restrict access or encrypt the content. So block people from sharing and restrict access to share it, and encrypt email. And this is only for Exchange. Okay, so this is very, very nice. So I don't want people to override the policies, of course, or I can say require a business justification to override. Maybe you need to send information with a credit card number, okay, and you do next. And I'd like to test it first, show policy tips when it's in test mode, or I want to turn it right away. The best practice is to test it before. And that's it. Amazing. Amazing. After that, we have the real-time team collaboration. Of course, when you work on a document, you can invite everybody in your company to work with you. Okay, it's a real-time collaboration. So I can open, for example, this document, and I can now work with other people in my organization just by invite them, okay, to share it. And when you can share it, you can do comments in real time, so people can work in the same document, and this is quite fantastic. Okay. Okay, so let's close it, because if I let all my windows open, it will be horrible. After you have non-folder move, do you know what is the non-folder move? So when you have an operating system, okay, imagine that you must wipe it. So before that, you want a way that automatically all my document with on my C drive will be synced with this folder moves, this non-folder move. And after, when you install a new operating system, all is set up automatically, and the user just find again all his document. This is very, very, very nice. Auditing and reporting, of course. Encryption data transit at rest meaning that my document will be encrypted on this storage. And in transit, of course, when it go in transit. Customer controller encryption key, you can take your encryption key to do the encryption of your data. The customer logbox is when you grant engineer from Microsoft, in some case, to access your document. Without that, of course, nobody at Microsoft Data Center can access your document. We have the OneDrive geo storage location, is when you want to copy and to have a copy of your document in other region. Of course, the vertical bind and the OneDrive file on demand. This is something very, very nice. The OneDrive files on demand is a setting that you have here. And this is fantastic because it's when you browse to see your document, you can save space and download files as you use them. So this is really very nice and reduce dramatically the network. To access the console of OneDrive, you have two ways. You must be either global admin or SharePoint admin to access your OneDrive console. So where can I access my OneDrive? I don't see it here. See? Why? Because you must go in All Admin Center, and here you have OneDrive. Pick your global admin account, and now here we have all our settings. We'll see them one by one. Okay, so that's it now. So in Admin Center, you have sharing, sync, storage room, access to device, conformity, notification, data migration. In the sharing, with this option, you can configure how sharing works in OneDrive for Business and SharePoint. Sync. Here you configure the option related to file synchronization. Storage. There is a room here. My translation. You can configure the storage space for all users, or by SharePoint, you can also configure a space for one user in your organization. Access to the device. You can configure options that affect access to OneDrive Business. For example, you can limit access for a specific range of IP address. Be aware that this is not Intune, okay? Intune is another way to do conditional access. Conformity is so important. So you can, through the security and compliance portal, you can configure auditing, DLP, electronic discovery, and alert. After you have notification, you can configure options related to notification when sharing and accessing shared files. And data migration, of course. So let's go and see all these features one by one. So we have sharing. In sharing is, of course, use this setting to customize how sharing works in OneDrive and SharePoint. Okay. Choose the kind of link that's selected by default when users share item. Share it, anyone with this link, internal only people in your organization, or direct specific people. After you have the sync. Okay, so when you download the sync client, okay, you have your sync client here. you can, for example, auto syncing only PC for specific domain, or you can say I don't want to sync, for example, MP4 file. Storage. You can set the storage for all your OneDrive here, or you can see, of course, the maximum you can have, and also how many days the file are kept before deletion. Device access here, all on allow access only from specific IP address location. Mobile application, this is for mobile. Block download files in these apps. Block taking screenshot in the apps, Android only. Block copying files and content within file. Block printing. Block backing up. And here you have a lot of information you can set up. Compliance. Auditing. Auditing. This is the auditing log. You can access it. DLP, retention. So you can create a policy, say, okay, I need to keep my information for 7 years, for example. E-discovery, and create an alert for specific activities. For example, I want to create an alert when a user, for example, delete something. So I go here, and I say, let's say Mulder activity. Okay, I have a user, and I'm not confident what he's doing. So I'm going to say custom here and send this alert when, of course, let's say deleted file. And I want to do it for Mulder. Okay, because I don't know, this user is doing something very special, and I want to send this alert to me. Okay, so this is my email address, and I do save, and that's it. So easy. Notification. Use this setting to control notification in OneDrive. So display device notification to user when OneDrive files are shared with them. Email OneDrive owner when other user invite additional external user. This is so important, because this is where the problem of DLP. Okay, that means that you don't want that your document is shared with people outside the company. You have external user accept invitation to access files, and an anonymous access link is created or changed. Very nice. And after we have the data migration. Data migration is how do you migrate all your data to SharePoint. We'll see that after. Okay, so let's stop this video, and after we talk about the second part, we'll talk about the client, the sync, the migration tools, how to install the client, the multi-geo, and the storage. So thank you for all, and see you on the next video. Bye-bye.